here with the next generation of old yellow dogs. Yeah, man. Out here with the pups, with the jits. Heep up, 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 up. Heep up, 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 up. Heep up, 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 up. Good puppy. Good papa. Good puppy. This the puppy. This my bulldog. This my bulldog. This my bulldog. Yeah, papa. Yeah, man. Out here with the dogs, man. Doing a late night feeding with them. And kicking it with y'all, man, while I get these puppies fed for the night. Before I bed them down for the night. And throw. What's good, big dog? Salute, salute, man. Tony. Yes, sir, man. Kicking it with y'all tonight, man. Getting these puppies good to go, man. And yeah, man. Just vibing out with my pups, man. If I go to bed. Got an early start in the morning, y'all know we got the live at 4:30 a.m. Pacific time. But these are three. They doing very well. These three are doing very well, man. You know, lessons learned. You know, I've been seeing a lot, man. You know, everybody say keep about the dogs, man. That's what this channel's about. Talking about dogs and the way we want to move forward. Look at her. That's my girl right there, y'all. That's my girl right there. Uh huh. Yeah. But nah, man, good show. J Boy nonstop had a good show tonight. I seen nothing but positive vibes about the pig picking. You know, people saying it was hot, but what do you expect? It's July in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what else to say about that. You know, people gonna find something to complain about. People gonna find something to brag about. You know, can y'all hear me by the way? And then for Anthro, I started with eight man. I started with eight man, and I lost. She killed one, and I lost four. So we just down to the last. You know, these ones that survived everything. Survived her. Survived my inexperience as a breeder when it comes to bottle feeding. These three have been resilient, and they was able to do well. They've had their second round of wormer, and in 2 weeks from 2 weeks from this past Friday, they will get their first round of five-way canine spectral uh, DHPP, diphtheria, parvo influenza, parainfluenza, and I want to say coronavirus is included in that one. But yeah, man. There's a fly that got into this garage that's pissing me off. Yeah, I know. But lessons learned. I tell you what. Um, and uh, people always talk about money, but I tell you what, man, I will be investing in an incubator for sure. Um, an incubator, and then they got this thing, this contraption where it has like udders on it, where you can pour milk into it, and all the puppies can eat out of it at the same time. You just warm the milk up, put it in there. That's another one I'll be investing in. Um, because like I can see now that this breeding thing is it's it was all bananas and lollipops, you know, or cupcakes and lollipops when it was going well. But now that I've hit some struggles in the road, I've learned why certain people have the things they have and why they do things the way they do them, you know. And so definitely gonna invest in the incubator because using the ambient temperatures or trying to control the doghouse. When my heat in the doghouse only goes to 86 degrees, it's a wall mounted unit. So with the puppies, it's recommended to keep them above 95 degrees until they hit 3 weeks old. So that could be another thing they weren't digesting appropriately. it says that not having a proper temperature can cause them not to digest food appropriately. So yeah, man. But I couldn't be prouder, you know, of these little guys, you know, and girl. And yeah, getting them a nice, good, fat belly to go to sleep good and sleep on tonight. I'm finally getting some sleep myself, y'all, because they can now eat and they can eat solid food as well. But for bedtime purposes, we're still doing about 50-50 on the food. Yes, they will. Yes, they will, Andrew. And I'm excited for it because for the you may not notice, but my their dad, I accidentally stepped on his leg and broke his tibia as a puppy, and him being closely in the house with me, right in my bedroom, you know, because he couldn't take care of himself, his faculties while he was down. I think that's why my bond with Saki is so strong, and like you know, with these puppies, they when by the time their eyes open, I'm what they saw feeding them. So you know, I genuinely believe that this litter right here is gonna be one of the closest bonded litters I have, and that's gonna be one of the things that sticks out in my mind from my years of doing this is having to do that. Yeah, man. They have a zest for life, which I love. They're doing well, you know. They're doing well. And Tony, I just want to say publicly, you know what I'm saying, thank you for the for just being you, Tony. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, brother. I genuinely do, man. So I'm gonna let them calm down because they're all over the place right now. And they pinning each other down with it. That little red nosed male is something different, y'all. He is something different. And you can't really see it in this light, but his eyes right now, they're actually like a greenish blue. And I like that, you know. I like some variety in the litter. I don't think they all need to look like her. The ones that I keep, I want them to predominantly look like her, but you know, Kamikaze don't look like that. Kazi looks like Kazi, but this little jip right here, this little female right here is oh, gotta be quicker than that. Okay, son, you had enough, son. Let the brother and sister get son. He's bigger than the other two. Now, when I did this stick, what's going on, quick? When I did the sticks to make this litter, I stuck them over the course of 7 days. So the first breeding was done one Sunday, the last breeding was done the next Sunday. So he could be anywhere from seven. He could be 7 days up to 7 days older than them, and he looks like it. You know, I'm looking at developing his ears, his coat, and he looks like he's about 4 to 5 days further ahead of the other puppies in his development. Um, but I'm gonna see how these turn out. You know, there's a lot of people who wanted them. And, it just didn't turn out the way where everybody could get what they wanted, you know. So uh, if I like the way they turn out in 6 months, I'll repeat the breeding, you know. But that's based on how they turn out and what I like. I'm also going to be starting my black line of dogs this year as well. Um, there's and they'll be related. So like, I'm not gonna just go get a black dog. Their grandmother Blanca. Well, Blanca would be Blanca Saki's grandmother. So it'd be their great grandmother, their great granddad, and thank you, Andrew. But Blanca, I will be taking some puppies off. Basically, they would be Saki's uncles. A black male off of Blanca, uh, and I'll be using that to make my black line of dogs. They are those dogs are Jeep Redboy Rascal. They are Joe Woodall blood, that weirdo stuff. Across the Pit Island, Little Rascal stuff, and I'll be using that to make my black line so that whenever I make my crosses, it's not a full cross, it'll be a line bred to make my black dogs. And so you will see official Samurai Kennels black dogs uh, in the upcoming year. Um, and there's no difference. Like they're gonna be raised, and I was gonna have each line do a different thing. Like my black dogs do hog hunting, and my red, my red dogs would do more of your show stuff and competition stuff. My old yellow dogs won't be for. But I think I'm gonna raise all of them the same, and then basically you can pick what you like out of our stock. But yeah. So I talked to Apache Kennels. That's the individual. That's the gentleman that I got Saki's stud fee from, or I got a stud off of his male knucklehead to make Saki. Yeah, yes sir, yes sir. And I want to keep all my dogs line bred, very very closely line bred. And the reason for that is my dogs are pretty confidential sound. They win a lot of shit. I ain't never been to a show and not done, come home with something, whether it be performance based, slap mill or walk on or something like that. So um, yeah, puppy, yeah, puppy. This your puppy. This your good puppy. This your good puppy. This my bulldog. That's my bulldog. That's my bulldog. Yeah, that's my bulldog. Yeah, papa. Yeah, papa. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. He likes to bite. He's a little stinker. He's a little stinker. But they calming down now. I guess the milk is hitting their stomachs. They be pooping a little bit. One thing I like about this litter, y'all, is that when they poop, they will go to like the side of the cage to poop and poop through the cage most of the time. So a lot of times it goes, they make sure they can get in it. I really like that. That's gonna be really help out a lot with housebreaking. If I can get them to focus on a poop pad that same way, that'd be real nice, man. And I'm not gonna lie, Andrew, that I didn't even know that what the Woodall blood was until I met Apache. And then I did my research and I was trying to find out if it would work with my Tom Garner blood, because I was basing off of Chinaman Frisco dogs, Dynamite and stuff like that, and also the Spike dog too. And then I looked into it and I realized that Eli Jr. and Bully's son were siblings and down off Eli. And then so I started looking into it like the White's Tab was a Jeep Redboy cross, and Frisco was a Chinaman Bolio cross. So I just thought, I thought it was some pretty good stuff. But yeah, so and I'm gonna start talking about my black line more and propagating because it's already started. We got Apache blessed us with a puppy, and he's in the camp. He's not with me. He's with my brother JT. But that male, he's about 4 months older than these puppies right here. But he's in the camp, and JT's already said he's gonna do his thing to make sure the dog is trained and evaluated appropriately. Absolutely, absolutely. And with these ones, as you can see, they're clean. That black towel is for $4 at Walmart, and I bought about 20 of them. And I rotate them out, so when that one gets soiled heavily, then I rotate it out. I wash it a couple times, and once they start to get that bleach discoloring in them, I bleach them too. Once they start to get super discolored from bleaching, I just throw them away. You know. Um, but I've probably gone through $100 worth of towels in the last 4 weeks with them. So, but I like to keep extra towels around the house, for washing the dogs and different things of that nature, cleaning up. Um, instead of using paper towels, so like I just take a towel and clean up and just throw the whole towel away. But yeah, I think she's gonna be a beautiful little dog. Um, and we'll see, man. South Bottom, shout out to South Bottom Kennels. Uh, Shout out to Tom Garner for doing stuff for the community on their own. Shout out to the ADBA and all the ADBA clubs that throw shows and are willing to teach and share their knowledge with people. Everybody's not doing that, but shout out to all those guys that do stuff like that, man. I appreciate it. If nobody else does, I appreciate it. Shout out to the guys that are breathing to the standard. You know, um, I set my own standard. I wanted to deviate because I wanted to be different, and I don't feel like the whole everybody in the dog game should acquiesce just because I want to be different. I just do my own thing, and yeah, man, he's a rough guy. He is a rough customer, but my girl, she's a fighter. She's a fighter. I just posted some stuff on the Facebook page too, uh, with our music. There's a song, the Old theme song. I remixed it from Disney's Old Yeller, and I'm really proud of that. Look, he's smart too. He's putting his body over there, waving himself in there. Yep, and he got it too. Yeah, man. Oh man, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. But y'all are too, and that's the thing, man. It ain't me. It's all I was looking for was people that's just genuinely about their dogs, and are willing to share information. Because, man, I don't know. That's why I don't know if where you from. They got this show called Dragon Ball Z, but that show has a lot of lessons. I know it's a cartoon, and let me not mix up cartoon with real life, but the lessons. It's just like the Disney movies and just Aesop fables and all that other stuff. The lessons are what matter, man. And my favorite character on Dragon Ball Z is a guy named Goku, and to me, he's one of the strongest, if not the best fighter on the show. But one of the things he does is he's got some frenemies and he's got some real enemies. And with his real ops, he takes them out and he does what he has to do. He kills them. But with his frenemies, they compete and they don't hide. They don't hide it. Well, he don't hide anything from them, even though they might hide stuff from him. He don't hide nothing from them. He shows them the whole journey. And his process is, I'm just gonna be stronger because with his race of people, the Saiyans, every time they don't die, they come back stronger. And that's what I feel about every one of these setbacks in this dog game. Every time that we're able to bounce back, we bounce back stronger. You know, both humans and the dogs. And so, if I know it, I'm willing to share it because if I win at a dog show, if I win at a slap mill race, if I win at an obedience trial, that's a good picture right there. If I win an obedience trial, um, I want it to be because I literally outworked everybody else, not because I knew more. You know, um, there are some people that they'll brag about a win over somebody who's clearly at their amateur. But I don't even with professional boxers, you got to be in a certain class to box a certain boxer. Just because the skill difference affects the performance, right? And understanding that dynamic. Um, I don't. I'll do business with whoever as long as you got to be a good person and you got to be morally rich, or your pockets better be deep. And if I deem at the time, because everybody changes, you can't clock nobody 100%. But if I deem that you're morally rich and you have a good moral fiber, I'm willing to work with you, and it's gonna be a good time, and it'll be a lifelong friendship. But if not, and if I don't like you and you got the bread, you know what I'm saying, you can't buy me, but you can definitely buy my product, or you can buy one of my dogs. But that connection ain't gonna be there. You're gonna pay for everything you get from me if I don't like you. And that's just good business. If I got to tolerate you and you don't stand for what I stand for, you're gonna compensate me for that because dealing with people that ain't right, you risk what's called a moral injury, and I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for the BS. But yeah, these jokers. I'm proud of this litter, man. I'd say I'm the most proud of this litter because of the intimacy that I've had with these puppies and their mother. She's bouncing back well too, you know. And I had her on the live earlier today. If I didn't see that live, I was live and I showed the puppies and my two larger dogs. That's what this channel's about. I gotta start doing more pre-recorded shows, but the lives are just easy, man. These lives are easy, and they help you rack up these watch time hours because my goal is by my birthday next year for this channel to be monetized, just like the Shogun Unlimited channel. And this will just be, my business channel, my kennel channel, my training and all that stuff channel. Yes, sir. I do remember that. And I tell you what, um, that's honestly when people ask me what's the difference between old Yeller and a regular pit bull, the only difference is that standard. Exactly what you're saying. I truly believe what Richard Stratton said. What John P. Colby said. These dogs can do anything any other breed can do plus whoop them. And uh, I believe that it is a farce for people to say that they truly are for the breed if they don't breed to that standard. So I just don't deal with it. I don't mess with them. Breed what you want to breed. You know, um, if you just want something to snap and bark, I mean, you just go get a Chihuahua. Just like they tell me, you want a protection dog, go get a Malinois. If you want something that's just hot all the time, go get your Chihuahua or a Jag Terrier. They're guaranteed to be a lot. By percentages, they're guaranteed to be hotter than the American Pit Bull Terrier on average. You got a lot of pit bulls that are hot, but you got a lot that ain't. But in them other breeds that I just mentioned, if you just want something that's hot that's gonna show its behind all the time, those dogs are better for that. So, are you really for the breed? You know, are you really for all that comes with the breed? Do you believe how smart these dogs and how fiercely loyal these dogs are to their owner? With a willingness to please any task? You know, if it sounds good, it sounds good until somebody puts you on the spot, and then I'm a problem when I put them on the spot. But I'm pretty sure them hog hunters don't care how hot the dog is as long as it'll grab and hold on to a hog. The people that's really working them lawfully, they don't care about that stuff, man. Neither do I. You know, neither do I. These two are going to be separated before they hit 8 weeks because they can't stand each other. This little male right here, he kind of just gets in where he fits in. And out of the three to survive, he would be considered to run, I reckon. But she don't play no games with that big male. We almost threw the bottle. I started this bottle was at let me see. I normally do 9 ounces, so they got it down to about 3 ounces. I'm gonna let him eat his fill, so he leave the other ones alone. Them little claws are sharp. And his little teeth is razor blades too. Yeah, man. He's a greedy little guy. Greedy. Yeah, he took it down to about just under 3 ounces. He's still coming back for more. But he's hog fat right now. I don't know if y'all see his belly, but he is wide and all outside right now. Let me see it. Look up and then refocus. Okay, there we go. She's wide right now too. I think this little male with the black nose is gonna be something serious though. If he acts like his mama with her, because she's got the same pattern on her face. If he acts like Kazi, he's gonna be a mean little joker. Because Kazi's a mean cuss. When she had them puppies before, when she was taking care of them, a few days she was taking care of them. That joker was growling and snapping at even me, man. But I seen her sister Trina deliver puppies this year, and Trina wasn't like that. So I think it was just the eclampsia that had Kazi acting like that. But Cardi was a really good mother too. She mothered her puppies very well. She was a nurse, you know. She cleaned them up. She took care of them, and she nursed them all the way up to they fed on her till they were about 9.5 weeks before she got tired of them. And then at 10 weeks she cut them off, you know. But that was much too long, especially when these guys can eat solid food already. I hear you, girl. Come here, girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a fine animal. Yes, you are. That's a fine animal. Good girl. She's biting it. She's biting the nipple so he can't get to it. All right, what are we down to now? All right, that's enough. Cause I'll be here all night at this point if I don't take them out and feed them individually. But they're all hog fat again. They're doing well, doing well. I just want to get out here and share up late night feeding with y'all, man. It's only 9:30 where I'm at, but I know on the East Coast it's pretty late. So yeah, my brothers, I'll see y'all in the morning. I'll be up around 3:41 in the morning. Come back out here and I'll do a milk feeding with them first thing in the morning to fatten them back up, and then some soft food before I go to work. And then at lunchtime I'll come home and do a touch up feeding, and then this is their last week getting full milks. But yeah, man, I know I haven't called every day, but I'm just giving y'all some updates on them. I appreciate it, man. Much respect to y'all too, man. Godspeed. And till the morning, man. I'll holler at y'all boys. Be safe. Peace out.